Everybody do another. Presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports.
Get a nice clean game,
with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. For the Miami Heat, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Jazz. Nurkic with the steal. Bagley with the bucket.
Boy, that's a pass I don't think anyone saw coming other than maybe Kyle Lowry. What vision on the dish.
And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
Here's DeRozan, and Butler sends it back. And he's able to get it back. A second chance effort. In the corner, it's Harris. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Len. It's another look. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now the Heat with it. Pass to Bagley. Over Harris. The kick outside to Butler. And he's good on the 3-ball.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. And that's now 6 points for Butler.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here is Lowry. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
If you sprint in transition, DeMar DeRozan doesn't always go to the cup. He will make a jumper and finish. Boy, you think about the Orlando Magic last season and the strong start they got out to, and it sort of faded away very quickly afterward. They ended the year as one of the worst teams in the East.
Here's DeRozan. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. DeRozan with it. Butler covering. And it's the Heat on the break. And slam dunk by Butler.
My goodness, Jimmy Butler is so explosive. Half-court transition, it doesn't matter where it is.
And for the Magic, part of their struggles, Doris, were injuries.
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. Pretty much every member of their rotation missed time at some point. How about this? No player started more than 57 games. You know, above all else, it's impossible to do well when you are constantly shuffling lineups due to injury.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
It just opens the court up so much more, and you like to see him get into a rhythm from beyond the arc.
That one goes in.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Kevin, he's just able to score from anywhere on the floor, but Barnes loves that high percentage area.
Now, here's Bagley. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. And finished off by Bagley.
Boy, perfect execution in the pick and roll. Butler always a guy who's going to draw attention, and he makes the unselfish play.
That's tipped to the paint. Here's Len. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Len's got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Some guys, Kevin, just have a knack to get to the cup. Kyle Lowry's all about being aggressive and assertive.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. From downtown. No good there. Nice D from Porter. Here's Butler. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's DeRozan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when you look at DeRozan and how he's, transformed himself the last few years, he has become one of the more efficient scorers at a loaded shooting guard position. And some could argue he is one of the best guards in the entire league at this point of his career.
Well, it's his intelligence that puts Kyle Lowry up there with the top assist men in the NBA.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And if you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Heat getting the bucket. To the middle. Here's Len. And the dunk by Len.
We've always talked about Alex Len's natural tools, Kevin, and he can assault the rim on a consistent basis.
Now here is Lowry. Pass to Porter. Back to Collins. Another shot. Now Bagley. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And so he hits both.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Inside. And finished off by Lure.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
And so it's the Miami Heat. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
I mean, tremendous ball and body movement to start this game.
I think they're moving the basketball incredibly well and getting to the right spots on the floor, and it's really providing easy opportunities.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Doncic. Nurkic with the block. To the inside. Bacon. Pass to Ellington. From outside the arc. No good on the shot. So Orlando will take it the other way. And John Lure gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. It's DeRozan with the drive. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, doing his thing right there. DeMar DeRozan flies to the 10 and caps off the drive with a big-time finish.
Harris on the double team. Nobody near Nurkic. Rebound by the Magic.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
All alone. And DeRozan throws it down.
That's one way to do it. DeRozan shows off his aerial skills with the firm finish.
The drive by Collison. Over in the corner. Lure. A three-pointer off the mark. The Magic trailed by 5. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Timeout. And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, when people talk about Harrison Barnes, Doris, everyone will tell you he's one of the most poised and thoughtful players in the league.
I think some of that was on display during his tenure with the Golden State Warriors. And with this present organization, they basically said, we need you to be a more vocal leader. And he's accepted that challenge.
And so Collison will bring it up for Miami. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. That's the first of 6 played on the road.
Well, we all know that Darren Collison can shoot the basketball, but he's so adept at getting inside and taking advantage.
Man, showing some terrific range. Doncic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Collison. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first personal foul.
And to me, throughout his career, Darren Collison has always been smart about shot selection, right? He is very choosy about when to call his own number, and that results in great shooting percentages for him year after year.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the dunk by DeRozan.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Collison for 3. Again, the miss by the Heat. And Collison in the last few seasons has stepped up his scoring from beyond the arc.
Look, Kevin, any team would love to have a 40% shooter from distance, right? So very few guards in the NBA could say they've done it 3 straight years. Darren Collison is one of those guys.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
DeRozan with it. Butler covering. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Davis. Out to Harris. Back to Davis. Tries again. And another shot. He lays it in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Barnes comes to help. Outside Butler. Rejected by Harris. They get it back. Buries it down low. And 12 points for Butler.
Well, we know this. When Jimmy Butler is cooking, he can put points on the board in a hurry. Look out.
Davis. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Butler. Pass to Monroe. Got a piece of it. 6 on the shot clock. They get it back. Butler in the corner. Now Lure. He has 5. Second chance shot. And another shot. And he sinks the layup. Lure's got 5 points now this quarter.
He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
To the middle. Here's Davis. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 6 points for Davis.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
Miami leading by 3. Here's Collison. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, when you think of Darren Collison, I think of a smart point guard. Had 2 seasons playing understudy to Chris Paul in both New Orleans and L.A. Similar type of players who are very efficient and just gets the job done.
And you can tell, to me, that Darren Collison's teammates respect him. This guy is such a solid floor general, and he'll embrace the opportunity to be a leader if you'll follow him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. And some changes here for the Heat. 59 seconds left here in the second. Shot from free throw range. Here's Monroe. Three-pointer, Lowry. And Davis pulls it down. And it's Davis with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Trailing by 2. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Down low. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bender with the bucket.
Well, listen, though Dragan Bender is still filling out his frame, he can fill it up on the catch and shoot. There's no worries about that part.
Back to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Lowry. Here's Monroe. Pass to Lowry. With 1 on the clock. It's all tied in Miami. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. On offense, here are the Heat. You know, Doris, certain guards just have a knack for scoring in the post. When you think of that list, I'm sure there are a couple right at the top that come to mind.
Yeah, well, who don't you want to deal with in the low post out of the guard position? I'll give you one. Dwayne Wade. If he's on the post with a back-down dribble that he can use to his advantage, turn the lights out. Here's another guy, Sean Livingston. Unbelievable length, plays at his own pace. Both guys are nightmares in the post. Good luck checking either one.
Here's DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Well, doing what he does best. DeMar DeRozan hits the afterburner on the drive, catches the defense flat-footed.
Rejected by Len. And here's Harris from the arc. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Lowry looking around. Rejected by Harris. Pass to DeRozan. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Miami trailing. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Collins. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And so Collins nails both of them.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And Len has it in the corner. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Land's got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic. The drive by Lowry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. There's so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
Outside DeRozan. Pass to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Davis. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Davis has got 8. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
Second shot opportunity. Pass to Bagley. Goes back up. And Davis pulls it down.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Doncic with it. Davis with it. Defended by Butler. Harris misses. From deep. And Jimmy Butler, good for 3. He's got 15.
Well, over the course of time, Jimmy Butler has so improved his range. Now more capable of stretching the defense. That's pretty.
Pass to Davis. And the rejection by Collins. An even 3-on-3 break. And here is Butler. Over Barnes. And it's good off the glass. And it's a 4-point Miami lead.
I think they'll keep going to him more and more as they look to hang on to their lead. Why not with the way this guy is shooting it?
Davis. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
To the inside. Here's Collins. Rebound by the Magic.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Inside, Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And that's a case where DeMar DeRozan's teammates benefiting from him being a willing distributor. This is a very team-first guy.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears. And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And that's a foul. It's called on Wayne Ellington. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Melton. Down low. And it's Davis with the jam.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
The Magic have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. He's off on the second.
Out in front now, although he left 1 point on the board right there. Well, Steve Clifford takes over here in Orlando, and of course he is known for his frankness and his disciplined approach to the game. You think about Clifford's teams, they rarely make unforced errors and are some of the best at minimizing their own mistakes.
Orlando moving the ball around.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
And I think that's exactly what you'll see here, right? They don't want the other team getting that final look.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Miami called for the foul.
And love how Labissiere goes into the defense with no fear. Shows just how confident he is in his ability.
Now here's Collison. Shoots it up. Misses the jumper.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Here's Doncic. In the corner, it's Harris. Doncic with it. Shot clock at 5. Shoots the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Porter.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
And Miami making a change here. Here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Harris looking it over. Back to Len. And the dunk by Len.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come. He's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Outside DeRozan. Knocked away. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. This is a close game, as you know, and he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
He gets it in there.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
Right side, DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Well, DeMar DeRozan, an all-star level player. This guy consistently delivers for his team.
Timeout called, the Heat. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. The Heat leading by 3. Lowry with the ball. Now guarded by DeRozan. Porter in the corner. Outside Butler. And it's Bagley at the elbow. Some solid defense from Harris. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic trailed by 3. And they double up DeRozan. Pass to Len. Collins grabs the miss.
Gets it to very close range, but there was no way the defense going to back off and give him that layup.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
And you can just see the confidence of Barnes growing, scoring right when they need him.
Pass to Collins. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And the Heat, another 3.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Collins. Fires the 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
Well, they've got the green light to pull the trigger from 3, and I'll tell you, they put it to good use here.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
DeRozan. And again, it's Orlando converting.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
The Magic trailed by 7. Pass to Harris. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's DeRozan. Here's Harris. Defended by Butler. And slam dunk by Harris.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Collins. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Lays it up off the glass. And the Heat lead by 7.
This guy is so good at exploiting the holes in the defense and getting inside. Jimmy Butler, high percentage finish.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
So from the 30th pick in the 2011 draft to one of the elite two-way players in the game, think about every step along the way with the work required by Jimmy Butler. Special stuff.
Gets the first, and that brings them within 8.
Don't you have the sense, Kevin, that DeMar DeRozan feels like he can go toe-to-toe against anyone at the offensive end? He's like, bring your best defender, I'm up to the challenge.
.30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Lowry. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. So it's Orlando now. 7-point differential. Harris outside. A 3-ball. Trifecta.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.